Recording has started. You're welcome. Recording is on. Disclaimer. We're not attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors. This is not to be used as any legal advice. This is our opinions. And for the rest of this,
where'd you go, Jerry? Where'd you go, Jerry?
Hey, Art, it's Psycho. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What happened to Jerry?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I've been having weird technical difficulties all day. I don't know what it's about. Yeah.
Well, I will text
Well,
him.
Ico and Art. Hey, Ico and Art, this is Dance. I don't see Jerry on the board, so I guess. Well, there he is. There he is.
He's back.
Well, he was briefly. Now he's gone.
Huh?
Art, you want to do your thing while he's trying to get back in?
Well, I guess I can. Can everybody hear us?
I got a feeling they can. I think it's just Jerry that we lost.
All right.
yeah, I'm getting kicked off my own call, and I don't know why.
But you're back.
I'm back.
Okay.
So there we go. All right. We're on short time here. For Ico, go ahead, wingman. Take it away.
Well, obviously everybody knows what's going on with the markets. They're very red. The U.S. market keeps vacillating a little bit. I think there's there's probably some control issues trying to be put in place. I was just on my way over to see what the latest was, but it's weird. I'm really kind of off center and nervous today because it looks like we're in that. There we go. So she snuck down again. Now we're 3.39% in the red. There should be, starting right around now, a pretty massive sell-off. It could occur after the market closes, but that's what I'm waiting for. I want to nail this this weak market, this lousy dollar, this manipulation across the planet. I really want to see if it gets nailed down today and see if they've got the guts to move forward. So that's where I'm at. It's very disorienting because I thought we were going to have this by Wednesday. That's why I said goodbye on Monday. I really, truly thought they were going to try to salvage it and not let today happen. But, of course, that was believing in the humanity of the people who were in power, which I should know better by now. So we're just seeing now if all those short positions that were purchased, yep, and it's going down again. So it is starting to sell off. We'll see what happens. My guess is we won't really have a full tally until probably closer to 5 o'clock today to see how much profit taking there was and to see what position the market is in. There's a lot of real smart people out there saying that this is the weekend. And that's about all I got.
Want me to go now, Jerry?
Yeah, go ahead, Art.
Okay, good evening, good afternoon, rather, to everybody out there in Dinar Land. Good day. I'll read a Blue Wolf. It's a good one. Britain is in the RV basket. Comment, Blue Wolf. Thank you. The God I serve never has led me wrong. And the Leave Brexit will win. And with that, our world has actually won their way to freedom and economic growth. The cabal is dead. Fiat money is dead. Wall Street dead. Federal Reserve dead. IRS dead. NATO dead. My God, the bodies are piling up. Interest rates will not be raised for the rest of the year. Britain is in the RV basket. Its currency will lose some value, and that is supposed to happen. What that tells all that its RV is a go. Boy, I am so happy for mankind. Thank you, Lord. The U.S. dollar will go up high, and the price of gold and silver will go down. Another sign of the RV. My Lord is in command of his children, and it won't be long now. Namaste, Blue Wolf. That just came out a little bit earlier. The word I got is everything is done. The Admiral's done what he's got to. I understand it's in process, and we should expect numbers today. That's the latest I got from a couple different sources, and so everything's looking good. Let's hope, the numbers come in. It's all we need, an 800 number to go to our exchange centers and do our thing. And other than that, I guess that's about all I got. That wraps it up for my end.
Thanks, Art.
Mm-hmm.
Iko, where is Kempton, PA at?
Say Kempton?
Yeah, Kempton, Kempton, PA.
That sounds like middle of the state, Harrisburg country.
Well, I got a number on here. I don't know. It's 484. You don't have your hand raised, huh? The 484. You called into my host number. Who are you? I know I unmuted you.
Dinner?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Dinner?
Yes, take care.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. So this was emailed to me yesterday on the WINGIT call, and so I want to read this. Like I said, it was from yesterday, and I, for the life of me, I don't know where it came from, but here we go. Massive margins are being closed out. Huge gaps in liquidity as all asset classes are getting hit brutally. Traders in England are terrified and believe these margin closeouts are far worse than anything they ever saw when Lehman Brothers collapsed. As analysts are seeing all of the dominoes are starting to fall around the entire world. The Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Austria, France, and Italy are now considering exit referendums. The German politicians are stunned in disbelief. The world is in shock. Don't you get caught up at this. You knew this was going to happen. And more importantly, why? Stay calm. Be ready for the 800s. This is now the end. This is how the end looks. You've made it. Market reactions are far worse than Lehman event. Germany has gone negative. Negative interest rates are now the kiss of death. Barclays, RBS, and Lloyd's banks are all down more than 29%. Financial sectors around the world are getting clobbered. Prime Minister Cameron on England has resigned. The political, economic consequences are quickly mounting up by the hour. Hell, I think they're mounting up by the minute. Brace yourself for massive market turndowns. Margins are quickly being closed out around the world. Emergency trading curbs have been implemented for American markets before they open. Valuations of all asset classes are under extreme pressure, far worse than the Lehman meltdown of '08. This collateral damage will force a reval of currencies in short order. Expect to do a currency exchange before Monday, as neither the bond market nor the treasury market can sustain a deepening negative yield of this magnitude. Be ready. So there you go. There's that, which is, a mouthful. What do you think about that, Aiko? Uh-oh, I think he's gone. Are you out for the day? Am I still here? Yeah? Oh, well. Let's see here. Did I get anything else? No, not on that department. Now that the little boy with his finger in the dam has pulled his finger out, the crack has now shown itself with exits from the euro. So it's my personal. Oh, *2 to raise your hand. We're going to ask. It's question day. Now that he's pulled the finger out and the crack has broken the dam, it's getting bigger. I've heard that France already, and is it Scotland or Ireland? They want referendums to get out of the euro now. Bless their hearts. All right, what is this? Everybody wants to exit. No, I do not want to discuss that. I think it was the last call or the call before that. I discussed about Greece also. They either cannot or will not make their last or one of their next bond payments to the IMF. And so since England has voted to leave the euro, all it takes is just one more. And Greece is a big one. And I still feel that they're going to come out with the drachma because Russia's going to back them with gold in an asset-backed gold bond to help them out with their currency. Putin's already talked about that. So, heck, I think we're looking good. Aiko, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I know that you got to go here.
Yeah, I'm doing 15 things at one time. I finally just got into the car, so.
Okay.
Were you asking me something? You just wanted to know if I was still here.
No, I had read that email that was sent to me to the WINGIT call yesterday, and I was asking what you thought about it.
I'm sorry, refresh my memory.
It was, they were just talking about margins are being closed out, huge gaps in liquidity.
Yeah. As I was leaving, I was refreshing my screen every minute, and the S&P was going down a few cents every minute. So they are in the process of taking those, calling in those, short calls. And I don't know if that's why I say we may not really know what the final deal is until around 5 o'clock, because I think there's going to be so much of it that it won't show up, on CNN and other market watch websites in time. The market's going to close. They're going to continue to sell off. or they're going to continue to register the sell-offs. So we probably won't have an accurate picture of that until 5 o'clock. But that definitely is happening. And if for folks who follow it, what you saw on Monday, the reason the markets were up 3.5% on Monday was people were placing all those short positions, big players, because again the volume wasn't there, but the money was. And here we go again. Now they're making money off all the people's misery, quite frankly. So we're just gonna have to wait, see where it finally tallies out.
Well, before you are gone for the rest of the call, I want to take a couple callers real quick.
Yeah, sure. I got about 20 minutes. So.
Okay. Be on the web. Come on down.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry. Hello, Iko. Hello, Art.
Just
one quick
question. Make it a good one.
What will happen if this doesn't happen this weekend?
Well, from my stand, from what I'm hearing, if we don't, the doo-doo that you step in is liable to be knee-high and hyperinflation, but that's just me.
So we talking like a wheelbarrow of money for a loaf of bread?
Well, let's see. Deutsche Bank laid off 3,000 people yesterday. That's not a good sign. That was in the news also. So if Deutsche Bank goes down, the cross-collateralization that's tied in with the derivatives will definitely rear its ugly head. It'll bring down Credit Suisse. We've heard they're tied in quite deep. We've been told that Chase and either Citibank or Goldman Sachs is also tied in with them, right up to their eyeballs. And also, Iko was saying that a lot of the regional banks are also tied in. So it's going to be ugly.
So if this does happen, it'd be smart to get into a chartered bank as quick as possible then.
Yes, I would. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Diversification is going to be the key thing post-RV. I know the mainstream, and I don't even think we are getting the full picture of what is about to occur. And it's going to be isolated probably in certain industries, in certain service sectors, in certain financial sectors, depending on what group they all belong to. But it is going to be nasty. I heard estimates as high as 8 times what the 2008 derivatives crash was about. And I don't want to spread fear because, fortunately for us, we're going to be in a cash position and we're going to be fine. But our neighbors who are in the market or invested in their 401ks, I know we've said this 100 times, but they are really going to be hurt and they're going to be really scared. And if they just, if you can convince people that it'll be okay down the road and they'll get all their money back and they'll have all their buying power back, but it's going to have to settle out. And the hyperinflation, I don't think we're in for a wheelbarrow full of money for a loaf of bread, but we're certainly looking at major pricing for a little while until things settle down. Gasoline's going to go way up. Commodity, again, foodstuffs, big one, going to go way up. They're building a Whole Foods down the road from me. That thing goes bankrupt if they open. So it's going to be interesting times. You just got to keep a level head. That's all there is to it. Here's
our next caller. One question, please. North Bend, Washington, 425. Come on down.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
a long time, I have been concerned about the apparent push for all of us to get in within 6 days with the carrot being a higher rate and so forth. A long time ago, maybe 9 or 10, I've forgotten now, Dr. Shabibi suggested that the dinar would ultimately be able to handle $16 to $18 for the dinar. My question is, I'm so tempted not to, I might exchange all of my other currency, but might just hang on to my dinar with the idea that it's going to go up. And I remember one of you a week or so ago said something to the effect that they would go ahead and buy a dinar at the 361 or whatever it was. Can you address that, please?
I'm not going to take any chances. I've been in the ride long enough. I know where you're coming from. If I walk in there and they give me anything higher than 361, 391, I'm going to take the money and run. I'm out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, and also Dr. Shabibi was talking about conditions then. From my understanding, nobody thought the PTB would stretch it out as far as they did. Nobody thought the dollar would be where it is today, which is a heck of a lot worse than where they thought it would be 9 months to a year ago. So I think the circumstances have changed dramatically. The ZIM is in play in a way that it was not a year ago. So if you want to hold out on your dinar, if you're a risk taker,
I tend to be.
Half of it. Yeah, cash in half of it. Don't risk all of it. And I keep hearing this mythical 72-hour period where I'm being coached to have everything lined up and put to bed within 72 hours of the official RV. And that's coming from a lot of people I consider to be very smart. And it's a cross section, folks. It's not just dinar land folks. It's just not intel providers. It's not bankers. It's hedge fund people. It's people out of the UST that we've had contact with. It's people in the bond market. That's a whole other world. This has become much more complex than a year ago. A lot more players than everybody first imagined. So I'm with Jerry. I'm going in. I'm getting what I can. I'm going to look at diversification in other foreign currencies. I'm going to try to get out of the U.S. dollar as fast as I can and then wait and see what happens. But again, that's just me. And I've been a thrill seeker all my life and a big risk taker. I've started 5 companies. 3 of them were good, 2 of them were disasters. So there you go. Yeah, that's an individual choice. It really is.
May I ask one more?
Sure, quickly.
Will they, based upon what is happening today, and let's assume that we have the RV this weekend, and masses, the millions that are involved, try to take their money offshore out of the country, is that going to be possible? Will they throw up a roadblock to that, do you think?
I don't know.
I don't think we're as important as we feel we are, quite frankly.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Miami, Florida, 786. Come on down.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Good. Are we waiting for any announcements? I guess is that enough? Or you need more explanation? You know where I'm coming from?
Don't know. They say we are, but you got to remember one thing. Today and tomorrow, all the central bankers are our meeting to discuss what's going on. So I don't know. We've heard we need to hear an announcement. We don't know.
What's your gut, Jerry? Tomorrow, if it happens over the weekend, we would know tomorrow, or it could be tonight.
I'm hoping tonight. I really am.
Jerry, thank you for everything. Thank you for everything.
All right.
You too, Michael. And on.
Valera, Texas, 325. Come on down.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you for taking my call. What I am wondering is I've heard that as soon as we get the RV, we should put our money into the yuan. How do we go about doing that?
When you're at the exchange location or at your wealth manager, they will help you with that.
Okay. Is that a good thing to do?
Yes. Protection.
I understand. I certainly appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Wingman is gone for the day. He's taking care of some business. I want to say this. A couple calls ago, and I pray that I'm really wrong. I discussed about redneck accounting on a geopolitical bean counter scenario. We're at the end of a quarter. Do they want to bring in new money at the end of the quarter, or do they want to wait to the very beginning of the next new quarter, which is July 1st? Now, that's the million-dollar question. I sure hope not. I could use it now. But we don't know how the lawyers and bean counters can mess up a good thing when you think you've got all the answers. Well, we haven't thought about this. I'm just throwing this out here. I've seen it on the internet out there. Let's hope not. But then that would be next Thursday would be the end of the third quarter, and a week from today would be the new quarter. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. Here we go. And *2 to raise your hand to ask a question. Guyana, Ohio, 614. Come on down.
Just wondering, hypothetically, if it goes this evening, Eastern Standard Time, what time would that be?
Well, if I knew that, I couldn't tell you because it's a secret.
But as far as your feeling goes, it could very well possibly go this evening. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping, like you are, that it goes this evening, and that's my question.
All right. Thank you, sir. Olmsted, Florida. Going to be a short call today because this is the last caller with their hand raised. 786. Come on down.
Hey, how's it going, there?
Good.
All right. Just have a quick question. I heard that we might need a lawyer to go in exchange. Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think we need it?
Well, I'm taking one because they say that you can't take any electronic devices, and there's some forms that I might have a question about.
Good point. So one question. So will if I was to cash in exchange? I'm sorry. Just a couple of my currency. Can I go back, hire me a lawyer, then come back and exchange the rest? Would that be double dipping, or what is the classification for double dipping?
I would go to, if you're going to use Wells Fargo, I would go to another bank. If you have another bank you have an account at, find their currency department, cash in a small note, go hire an attorney, and then take that attorney with you. Just move out your date when you want to go in for your exchange.
Okay, cool. All right, Jerry, I appreciate that, man, and I hope we be in there this weekend, man.
All right. Well, that makes three of us, me, myself, and I. I'm ready.
I know that's right, Jerry. Hey, I like that that red neck. I never heard that, man. I like that.
You're welcome.
All right, Jerry. You have a good one, man, and God bless.
All right.
All right.
Well, short call. I have nobody else with their hands raised. Art, you got any questions?
Nope, no questions, no answers, just waiting on it. And looks good from what I'm hearing. So we heard it before, every week. Let's hope this is the week, however, because of what happened last night especially. I know I was on last night with, they called Dizzy Bear was on for about 3 hours, and he kept predicting things, and he felt last night, once it was known that about 1 o'clock in the morning that they were going the direction they were going, we couldn't see numbers this morning. He felt that strong about it, so maybe that was a good inclination. We are hearing some good things, like it's in process, and we could get the numbers today. But you never know, but let's hope,
All right. Thanks, Art. Raleigh, North Carolina, 919. Come on down.
Thank you. This is Martha from Martha and Don in the forum. I just need prayer because I'm bedridden with cancer, and it's gotten very bad to put me in bed in the last few days. So I will do everything I can to be out of bed to go for an RV to the bank, and I'll put on my best face and not look like I'm sick so I can get some good alternative treatments as soon as I have that money.
You're welcome. Lord, please watch over Martha. Give her a little strength to make it to the appointment. You know what you have in store for her. Just give her a little guidance. We just ask this, that you take care of her. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Lynn on the web, come on down.
Hey, Jerry. I have a question. If the RV happens tonight, will Wells Fargo be open over the weekend, or do we have to wait till Monday?
Well, since we're not going to be at the bank, but at exchange locations, I think they're going to be open. If I was a bank and I had millions and billions of dollars coming in and trillions, I believe I could make an allowance for people working on the weekends.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Miami, Florida, 786.
Jerry, thank you. It's my second question. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm sure everybody will agree it's a good one. Can they afford to wait till the 1st? That's my question.
Well, and I say this with all humility, only the shadow knows. Look what they've done so far and how far they've strung it out. So I'm hoping that they can't go past 5 o'clock Eastern. So thank you, sir. Bend, Oregon, 541. Come on down.
Hey, Jerry. Thank you, first of all, for what you're doing. We appreciate it. My question is, do you have any reason to think that they will not be able to verify our currency on the spot when we go into the exchange?
Nope. If you've got your receipts where you bought it from somebody legitimate, whether it's dinar or your dong or any of it, as long as you've got receipts and you've heard all about how to verify the currency that you have, I think you'll be in good shape.
Okay, so they're not going to have to bundle it up and send it off and say, we'll call you next week.
They're supposed to have Delarue machines there on site.
Great, perfect. And there's been two different stories on, it's going to be a 20-minute procedure and a 2-hour procedure. Any thoughts on which way it'll go?
get me in, get me out.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
right,
know.
I agree.
Nobody knows the rules until we get there. I wish I've asked many times just to give me a little cheat sheet, but so far no cheat sheet.
No, it would be nice. But listen, thank you so much, and let's hope this is it.
Thank you, sir. Cumberland, Maryland, 240. Come on down.
Hey, Jerry. Hi. This is Patty Pooh from Baltimore. I have a question, please. How you doing?
Good.
Okay, I appreciate everything that you're doing and helping us through this stage concerning currency. My question is, okay, when I go to the, like you were told the previous guy heard that he can go to another bank and do exchange for a small note to get to be able to pay for attorney, right?
Right. That's what I'm going to do. I'm like the rest of you, short on cash, long on ideas. Right. So one of the ideas, just so that there's no confusion at Wells Fargo, I have an account at Chase and Bank of America. So I'm going to pick one of those banks, walk in and say, here's my little,
okay.
I've got a rupiah note that I go in there and say, here you go. Say, thank you, sir.
Okay. That's really great. And my next question is, that song, I never heard that song before. I think it's a pretty song about shoot it back or spit. What is the name of that song? I need to go purchase that song.
That's Blake Shelton, Boys Round Here.
Okay, the Boys Round Here. Okay, all right, thank you. I really appreciate all that you're doing for us. And you and your family take care. Have a nice day because you deserve a long, long rest. I hope this is the weekend for us.
Me too. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, all right. You take.
Somebody, no, I did not get that. So check the email that you're sending it to. It did not make it. Orland, Illinois, 708. Come on down.
Hey, Jerry, just wanted a quick question. Appreciate you all. And is it possible it's going to be complicated to move the money, the dollar into foreign currency, go into the exchange that day? You think they actually going to have time to wait on us to do that? And if it get complicated to the point that those foreign currency countries don't accept our dollar, then we just leave our money in the U.S. dollar and just wait it out, right?
You might want to protect your currency and get it into something else, and you won't. I would love to answer that question, but I've asked. They won't tell me. They won't tell me.
Okay. All right, then. Appreciate it. Looking forward to exchange.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Denver, Colorado, 303. Come on down.
Hi, Jerry. I have a question. The email that you got that you read to us in the beginning, is it possible to post that in the forum so we can go in and read it again?
Sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for everything.
Why does Soros want parity between the pound and the USD? I don't know. I haven't heard that one before. Well, they'll get a kick out of this. Paris, California, 951. Come on down.
Hey, Jerry. Hello, everyone in the room. Just a word of caution from what I've heard. I would really, really confirm. I don't know if you would need to do it when you are making your appointments, but you would want to make sure that you disclose the amount of currency that you have, because if you try to exchange just a portion of it, they may consider that double dipping, and I know that they are not allowing that at all. They do not want anyone to go in and exchange and then be able to go and repurchase.
Go to another bank, and you're just doing a small note. It's not double dipping. I understand where you're coming from,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that they understand people need a little running money, and if it's a small amount like that, I don't believe it's going to lock you into anything.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate you, Jerry, everything that you do and all the information that you bring forth. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend.
All right. Homestead, Florida, 786. Come on down.
All right, Jay, I'm back. One more question. So what's the definition of double dipping? So I don't make a mistake and double dip.
They're not going to be able to double dip. There's a lot of background noise. Can you cut that out? Well, here, I'll just mute you out. Double dipping, if you was to go back in and buy currency, try to buy low and sell high again, that would be double dipping. Anywhere where you're trying to take advantage of the system by getting money early. So that's why I suggested a small note so you can get you an attorney. Tennessee, Memphis. Oh, that's Lynn on the web. Come on down.
Hey, I accidentally hit that. I didn't have a question, so I apologize.
Okay. Miami, Florida. Lady Justice.
Oh, you just put me out there, Jerry. How you doing?
Well, I figured that was a pseudonym there, an avatar.
Question, because I got confused. I was under the impression that we will be doing digital exchange and the UST, all the monies that currency that we are exchanging, it's going to not go back to the country, but it's going to go to UST. And then I heard a speaker and you said, okay, but clarify that for me, please.
I think everything we're exchanging is going to go to the UST, but how it works,
okay,
they won't tell me that either, darn it. And I literally have asked that question.
Okay, because I know over the years we said everything was going to go to UST, and we'll probably get digital and, get the black card and those type of things. So I just wanted clarification, and you did answer it. Thank you so much. Stay encouraged. Bye-bye.
Grand Prairie, Texas, 214.
Jerry, is that me?
That's you, sir. Go ahead.
This is the guy you called the hunting buddy. It's been a long time.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I just got on the call, dialed in. I got a question. The question I have is, how is this going to affect the Mexican peso? Have you heard anything about that?
No.
Are they going to be on par with each other after this, or you still go down there for 12 to 1, or what do you, anything?
Well, this is supposed to bring everybody back to par or parity, equality, whatever you want to call it.
The reason I asked is I have friends down there, and we spend a lot of time down there. I was just curious.
I don't know.
Okay.
You're really tasking me hard today. I have a lot of I don't knows because I don't.
Well, I got an easy one for you. I sent you lots of emails. Are we going to go hunting and fishing?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you're going to have to call me because I can't call you.
I'll have to go back. Send me one more email and put in there hunting buddy in the subject line with the last 4 of your phone number, and that way I know it's from you and I can star that email so I won't lose it, okay?
I'll do that, and as soon as this happens, I'm going to shut down my internet, my phone, so you might want to contact me, and other than that, because I'm going to get rid of all this nonsense I have.
Well, I wouldn't do it right away because it's going to take me a little bit to get to you, okay?
Well, I'm within a week or two.
Well, I'm gonna wait about 30 days before I turn mine off because it's gonna take me that long to get caught up. Okay.
Jay, have a great day.
All right. Bye. Ain't nothing better than wetting a hook. Uh-oh. Something has happened to my screen. Oh, there it is. Lafayette, Louisiana, 337. Come on down.
Good afternoon, Gary.
How you doing?
Good. This double dipping deal, if you got your receipts when you bought your currency before all this happened, I don't think you have to worry about that, do you?
Nope.
I mean, that's the deal about double dipping. If you go cash in some currency and you go right somewhere else and buy something else right now, that's a problem.
Well, right.
Yeah, that would be considered double dipping.
And besides, if you tried to do double dipping, I guarantee you that they're going to catch you, and that's the last thing you'll probably ever do.
I know what you mean. Now, this getting into foreign currencies, you know, if you have enough currency, I mean, a lot of currency, and it'd be a lot of money, you think it's worth doing all that, getting into other currencies?
Protect yourself. Just protect yourself.
All righty. You have a great day. And I've been enjoying your calls. I listen to you every time, and it's been fun listening to you.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I try to make it fun. Sometimes I fall off the tracks, and I'm out there in the mud, rolling in the mud with the pigs.
Well, I'm kind of piggish myself, so I've never got offended by your call. So, you know what they can do, right?
Go play in the mud?
Well, go play in something else. Maybe a cesspool.
There you go. All righty, sir. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Chicago, Chi-Town, the Big Windy, 773. Come on down.
What's happening, Jerry? How are you? This is Les.
Yeah, I see that. I don't want to say your name. I already got in trouble with that one lady.
It's okay. I don't mind. I'm not hiding from nobody.
All right.
Just a note here. The Dow has plunged 610 points at 4 p.m. today. Just wanted to bring that note into the call.
You sure they're not up 600 points? Because you know how well they manipulate that market. Wingman sent me a text last night, said that Europe was down 600 points, and I said, you watch those A-heads. Next thing you know, on our side, we're open up, we'll be up 600 points.
Well, this word up is only 2 letters. This word plunges looks like it has 7 letters.
All righty then.
And they said that's the most since August. I guess they mean August of last year. But that's all I had, man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. It's going to be nice.
Yes, sir. Lewiston, Idaho, 208.
Hi, Jerry.
Down.
Hi, Jerry.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. The question that I have is, you were talking about different banks and having a state-run bank instead of a federal-run bank. What about credit unions?
Well, I love credit unions. Here's the problem. Credit unions will only be able to accept so much, and I'm just throwing some numbers out here as an example, so people don't throw emails at me and try to cover me up with the buzz. So, say you walk in there and you throw in $10 million into your credit union. They might say, "Ma'am, we can't take that kind of money for one reason: you would be their biggest depositor and have control of the credit union." Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Because I did check with our local one here, but they're in different states. They have 2 different states because we're on a border town.
Right.
And so it'd be Idaho and Washington. And they said that they could take as much as what we wanted to put in there. If we wanted to put $1 million, if we wanted to put $2 million, $10 million. So
well, when it comes time and they see that you've got 50 or 100 million, you need to talk with legal counsel and advice about that first, okay?
Okay. All right.
And,
well, thank you
have
very
them
much.
ask some questions. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Greensboro, 336. Come on down.
How you doing, Jerry?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm gonna throw two questions at you. As far as you know, as far as the stipulation on, I guess the 500 million mark is getting 25% and the bank keeping 75%. Does that still stand?
Say that again, please.
If you had, I think the 500 million mark, as far as the bank keeping 75% and letting you have 25%, does that still stand?
Oh, okay. For a minute there, my brain, I had a brain fart, and it kicked in, and I thought you were talking about the Zim note. We won't know till we get there. That's why I keep saying be flexible in your game plans. Nothing is set in stone, and since they won't give us any of the rules, we have to. That's why we have these calls. That's why I'm trying to help as much as I can, because I'll be in the same boat that everybody else is. I'm going to walk in there, try not to be wide-eyed and going, look at all the pretty lights.
Okay, let's say if that was the case and it was on a individual plan, like, per person. If you had a corporation and, corporation, Nevada corporation, everything signed over, notarized, and the corporation owns the Zim, Zimbabwe, the DNR owns everything, and his wage is considerably over 500 million. Would that stipulation for the individual apply to a corporation? Or would they have access to the whole amount, or still only 25% of it?
Now you're asking questions I've asked. And they again tell me it's none of your business right now.
Yeah, it's just something that's been going around in my head, and I finally decided to call in to find out if that still applied, even though it is a legal entity. Corporation could probably do a lot more with it. Individuals, I can understand. Corporations, it's not like somebody or.
Mine's going into a trust, so it's the same thing as.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so who knows? Alrighty, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Phoenix, Arizona, 602. Come on down.
Yeah, Gary, is that me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Question. The scenario of getting an 800 number, calling it, giving them the amount of total currency that you have. What if you lowball that number, or what is the scenario and consequence if you highball that number? My situation is that I'm still in the process of going through a list of people I would like to gift to. So I don't really know my total number right now, and probably and might not even the day I walk in there to exchange. What do you see as a problem for this? If I say too many and I don't take that much in, is that going to be a problem?
Well, you know what you have in hand, and you know as you gift it away how much you have in hand. So if you're off by just a couple of notes, I don't think that's really going to affect anything. Now, if you're off by, well, and I'm just throwing some numbers out there again, everybody, please don't bust me. Say, okay, I've got, 200 million, 300 million BND, and you show up at 25. There might be an issue there.
Okay. All right. So it'd be a big swing in figures. That might be a problem. But if it's like, I don't know, $5 million in value difference?
No. We're not talking about value because we don't know the value of anything. So just be as close as you can with your numbers. Like I said, a couple of notes. I don't think they're going to take you out behind the barn and give you the last rights.
Okay. One other thing. Are you familiar with cedars?
Yes, and I don't know enough to give you any information. I know just enough to get myself in serious trouble, so I can't answer that question.
Do you know if ICO might know more? All I'm trying to ascertain is, would I take my money and my deposit and then give instructions to Wells right then to buy me some cedars, put my cash into cedars?
He has left the call. I don't know.
Okay.
And that's where you need to seek professional advice.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you for all you do.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hollywood, 310. Come on down.
Hi, Jerry.
How is it amazing these people know who I'm talking about? We can hear you. We can hear you. Come on
Great.
down.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you for your calls and your time. Thank you to Iko and Art as well. I know this is a grueling task. I am a little late coming onto the call, but and it was so exciting last night with everything that was happening with BRICS. I mean, as far as, I don't know, just like some kind of movement, exciting. It was, I'm just wondering if the markets had been propped up as they were propped up a couple of months ago. And, I mean, could they be propped up again? Could this be a hold off? Could this just be smoke and mirrors that Britain is leaving? I mean, what is your gut feeling about all that?
So they've propped the market up many times, and they're running low. This is my opinion.